Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to do a get ready with me, but I thought we'd change it up a little bit today because I almost always do makeup get ready with me. So I thought we would do a hair get ready with me. It's gonna be a pretty simple day. Come on, this. He's gotta think about it for a minute. He loves these treats. They're this shape. They're like as long as this package. But it's really good for like mapping. Which is them like learning how to put stuff in their mouth without like gagging themselves. And they also dissolve. So if you're a parent that's like worried about choking, which I was, and still am, but not as bad now because he is so good about chewing. But it's nice that they dissolve. So it takes a little bit of that stress away. So I wanted to catch up on a few things. I was talking to somebody this morning and they were like, oh my God, I'm like so excited to see you filming again, whatever. And I was like, yes, I missed a couple weeks. We went down to the beach and I was going to get content when I was down there. But River and I, as you guys know, I'm in school full time now and I'm in online school. So it's just me and him all day, every day. And I knew he could be weird about people, which is to be expected for his age, but also considering that he only sees a select few people. The people he sees regularly, he's fine with, but the ones he does not see regularly, he throws a fit over, and he does not see my mom regularly at all. And an additional problem with that is the only time he has seen her recently has been her coming to watch him when I leave. So we went to the beach with my mom and my youngest sister, and I think he had it in his head that I was going to leave him with her. So it was to the point that if I stood up and went to like turn to like go somewhere, go to the bathroom, throw something away, whatever, he would lose it. And so basically what it required was him either whining or me holding him like the entire trip. So there really was not an option to film. And I know, because I've heard this so much, not from professionals, but just from the random people, like, oh my God, you're gonna have to kick that because that's so bad, da 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 da. So all the professionals I've talked to, because he still goes to physical therapy, I'm also part of a new mom program where they send out people to like come and check in, make sure you have everything you need, such as like diapers and whatever. But they also like have resources to help with like teaching you how to be a parent, because like all this stuff is new. And anyway, I've talked to them about it too, about his clinginess, and they all say that it's a lot easier when you have a baby who is like very clingy and like loving towards you versus having a baby that's like really over independent. The like really independent babies can be harder to adjust later. So the ones that are like really clingy to one person tend to like, they'll open up eventually. They like realize like, oh, like I like my person, but this person's also okay and I feel safe with this person too, you know. So he'll get there. But like I said, my mom in particular is a trigger for him, because she also holds him, because he kind of has boundaries with that as well, that if you just come in and talk to him, look at him, whatever, he'll smile at you. But if you try to pick him up and you are not me or Becca or Elise, who is his physical therapist, then he will immediately start crying. So it's one of those things, like I have tried to get other people to like come around more, but it's like, I heard this a lot, and I was already, to be honest, I was already very isolated before I got pregnant, but you know, being a mom is even more isolating. And I've been on the other side too. So to give other people credit, you know that moms are busy, so you tend to think like, oh, they're probably too busy to do anything right now. And to be honest with you, a lot of times I am. Like I have one friend that's been trying to hang out, and it's like every day that works for her does not work for me. It's just like Murphy's Law or whatever, you know. So he just hasn't been around a lot of people, and I've had a lot of people like, oh my God, we need to hang out, and then we never like make set plans and whatever. Because my schedule is pretty flexible. I am in school full time, and it does take up a good bit of time. But the beautiful thing about my school, which I have really been thinking about making a video on that, because ECPI at least covers the East Coast. I want to say it might cover the United States, because my current teacher lives in Colorado. So like if she can teach in Colorado, then I feel as though you could take ECPI in Colorado, the online, like what I'm taking. I chose it because there is a local campus here near me. I chose to do online so I could be home with River, but I liked that I do have a campus nearby if anything comes up. But I do want to make a video on ECPI because I really enjoyed their program. And what's nice about it too is what I was starting to say was it's very flexible. So I have, like, if something's due on Thursday, like, or we'll use Wednesday because every Wednesday we have discussions that are due. It's due at 11:59 p.m. So you have all day to do that. And you get your schedule for the entire 5 weeks on the first week of the term. Each term is 5 weeks. Each semester is 15 weeks, just to give you an idea. And the program I'm in is a bachelor's program. It takes 2.5 years to get a bachelor's. I might need to get him something to play with. I'm almost done, so he'll be all right. But anyway, 2.5 years for a bachelor's, and then an additional year if you want to get a master's, which I think is super nice. So I'll have a bachelor's before he's 3, which I love. And it's been like, I mean, it's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but I have also upheld a 4.0 GPA. And all that is like, I put in the work, honey. Like, if there's extra credit, I'm extra crediting. If there is an opportunity on, like, some things you can turn it in, like, get it graded, and if you didn't get a perfect score, you can try to turn it in again. Honey, I'm doing that. If it's an option, I will keep turning shit in until I get 100. And because of that, I have a 4.0. I'm actually in algebra currently, and I have 100 in algebra. I'm 4 weeks into the term. Actually, I'm sorry. This week is my 5th week in the term. And I hope to finish with, like, a very high A. I don't know that I'll get 100 on the final exam, and you can only take that one once. But, you know, I'm going to get 100 on everything else. And if I get, as long as I get a passing grade on the final, which I'm sure I would, I think I will graduate in the high 90s. So, you know, it takes the extra work like that, but there's a lot of assistance. Like, the teachers are super available. So if you are having trouble with something, it's pretty easy to get help when you need it. All the teachers I've had except for one was very responsive, or they have been very responsive. The one, you do get, at the end of each term, you get, like, a survey to, like, grade your teacher. And I did say, because it was a computer class I was in, and that teacher, there was 2 things I needed assistance on. We have, like, a direct messenger through the ECPI website or whatever that we use for all our stuff. We have direct messaging there. The first problem I have, I can't even remember what it was now. I messaged her through there. The second, and she didn't respond. And the second one, I thought, I was like, okay, I'll text her, because in one of the live streams, she was talking about, like, she had been texting one of the students in the class or whatever. So I was like, maybe she just doesn't check that and she just texts. So I texted her. She never texted me back. And then during our last live stream, I'm pretty sure it was the last one, there was somebody that needed help, and they had said the same thing, that they tried to reach out and she didn't respond. So it wasn't just me, because I was like, maybe she just doesn't like me, I don't know. You know, but she didn't respond to them. And then she couldn't, like, I don't know that she was necessarily understanding their question. I don't know. She just, like, I felt like her answer to that student was, like, a little rude in the live stream. And, oh, I didn't mean to turn this up to 400. I must hit the button at some point. Oops. Just fry my hair off real quick. It's all right. I'm going to wear it just down today. I've been really enjoying wearing it up. But I notice if I wear it up right after I wash it, which I washed it this morning, that it's too soft and I get a lot more flyaways, especially after you, so when you're pregnant, your hair goes through 3 stages, okay? And one of the stages is it falls out. And for whatever reason, I'm sure it's something way, way, way back in the genetics, that your hair does not fall out when you're pregnant. It does not go through that phase. It just goes through growing stage. That's why a lot of pregnant women, their hair gets really, really long. It gets really, really thick, XYZ. But then after you give birth, then it all comes out. like all that stuff you've been retaining. So some people will actually have their hair thin. Mine did not feel thinner. I have like medium thickness hair. It's not thick by any means, but my scale of thickness is like pretty high because like my sister and my aunt and my mom have like the thickest hair I've ever seen in my life. So I would never say my hair is thick compared to theirs. But that being said, I didn't feel like it thinned out, but that was a little much. That was a little much, a little more than I wanted. I wanted it to like curl. I cut this like little bit, and I'm not sure that I like it. I'm always like experimenting with my bangs to see if I want like more layers. And I always think I do, but like with how I do my hair, every time I give myself more layers, I don't like it. Anyway, so what I was saying is I still have a lot of stuff that is growing back from being pregnant. So when I wear my hair up and it's too soft like it is right now, I get a bunch of little flyaways and I look like a crazy person. And it always progresses through the day. Like in the morning, it'll look really good. And then I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm just gonna. Oh, and now we've done it. No, it'll go out. I fucked up, you guys. Messed up, you guys. I didn't just say the F word. Leah, where you at, girl? My one girl that likes when I cuss. And she said she doesn't cuss, which I think is funny that she likes when I cuss. I'm trying to get better because I'm like, River's first word is going to be like the F word or something. And I try not to, but you know. He's like, who are you talking to? He's just like laying or sitting in his chair down there in a daze. I have to watch him in this chair now because he is starting to pull himself up on things. And he can pull himself up to standing in this chair. So I really need to retire it. But right now I'm just using it in like here where he's like within my reach. So that way, if he does stand up, I can sit him down right away. Like this one, I would not walk away from him if he was sitting in this chair. Anyway, God, I've just like rambled. I don't even know what topic I'm on at this point. ECPI, working hard, my hair. We talked about it all. But anyway, I do have some videos that I want to do. One big one I really want to do. So if you have questions on this, maybe leave them in the comments or you can reach out to me and I'll, on Instagram or whatever, and I will keep those in mind. I get questions almost every day about moms that are on the fence about leaving the grooming industry. And here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you yes or no because this is your life and that's a decision you have to make. But I can give you like a pros and cons list. Okay. So I think I want to do something like that to, you know, help people that are on the fence and like kind of give you guys some insight on like why I left and how my life is going now. I have made videos on that. I want to say the most recent one I put up was like how I feel about leaving grooming 6 months later or something like that. Obviously that's going to have some stuff in there. But you know, it's going to differ so much person to person because for me, going back to school is like really what I needed, even, what's the word I'm looking for? Not emotionally, intellectually, that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like, it like boosted my ego. It made me feel like I've known that I was smart and never thought I was a stupid person, but like seeing how well I do in school, even in subjects that are not necessarily easy, like this econ class I took was like, I felt I don't want to say stupid, but like whenever I joined it, I was like, oh my God, these are like such big topics that I've never really even like thought much about. And it was intimidating, I guess is the best way to put it. And going to school and then like reading and learning about this stuff and then doing well. Sorry, I'm stepping off camera. I'm right here though. Doing well in this stuff that looked really intimidating to me has been really great for my ego. I feel really good about everything and everything I've been learning in school. I'm going to try to keep him back because he will grab the camera in 2 seconds. But we're almost done. I just want to do a quick catch-up video. Who's that baby? Look how big. He's, we just went to the doctor, I guess it was a month ago now, and he was 28 inches long. He doesn't show a lot of interest in crawling. They think he's gonna walk before he crawls. I don't know, because like I said, he pulls up on things, he sits really well, and he can get around, but he doesn't want to get like up into crawling position. So I don't know. I keep hearing that's normal, whatever. But we're doing we still do a lot of purees, but we're introducing a lot more people food now, because he does have 4 teeth, or mostly. He's got 2 bottom teeth fully in, and then 1.5 on top that are mostly in. So he takes good bites, and he chews for a very, very long time. So it does help me feel a little bit better. But quickly, I'll tell you guys. He had an allergic reaction, actually, to a treat. It wasn't this brand, but it was one of these type of treats. It was a new flavor I'd gotten, and it was just a fluke thing, because all the flavors that were in it were stuff he eats all the time. It was like strawberry, apple, and spinach. It was nothing, I don't know. My doctor said, like, you may never even figure out what caused it. It may never even happen again, but he broke out in hives all over his face, all over his stomach, and all over his back. Nothing on his arm and legs. It was really weird. He wasn't itchy, he was not throwing up, he did not have a fever, and he was not having trouble breathing. So even though it looked insane, they said it was like a very mild reaction. Okay, sorry. I just got a message from his physical therapist. They are having water week. He does still go to physical therapy. His pediatrician said that he probably doesn't even really need it, but like, I think it's good for him. Kind of back to what I was talking about earlier, that it is more for you to meet people and experience people and all of that. So anyway, they're having water week at physical therapy, so he needs to bring a change of clothes tomorrow so that he can go play in the water. He also does swim class, which we have been loving. But anyway, allergic reaction, even though it looked insane, it was small scale. They just had me give him some Benadryl, and he was fine. It knocked him out, and it did take a little bit for the marks to go away, especially on his back. They were the worst. So it took like a good week or 2 for the marks to like completely clear up, but they didn't even seem itchy, which is just so weird to me, because like they looked like they'd be itchy in their hive, so you'd think they're itchy, but like I was like kind of lightly touching them to kind of see if he reacted in any way, and he did not, so I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, he was fine. And actually I feel a little better, especially because his pediatrician was just kind of like, not no big deal, but he was kind of like, this stuff happens kind of thing. So it makes you feel better, because I think a big part with anxiety in general is like the unknown and being afraid of like what you don't know. And I was definitely freaked out. I was worried about him having a reaction, and then when it actually happened, like, it was scary, but like it wasn't as bad as I had like blown it up to in my head. So, you know, it was okay. But definitely keep Benadryl in hand once you start introducing them to new things, which I actually did not think I was, because even the brand that he had been eating, like, he'd had a different flavor in it and it'd been fine. So the only thing I can think of is it said it had dried apple juice in it, and both of my sisters have sensitivity to apple juice. I don't know. My doctor literally just kind of like, I showed him what it was, because it happened the night before we had a appointment anyway, and he was just like, he just kind of glanced at it, and he was like, yeah, I mean, you know what did it, so try to give it to him again in 6 months and see what happens. So I don't know. And now I do have Benadryl, so anytime I'm introducing him to something new, I just make sure we have the Benadryl with us. But yeah, that's been about it recently. We are staying busy. And anyway, we're about to go Halloween hunting with Auntie Becca. We could go look at Halloweens. Are you gonna get Halloween? I'm so excited to decorate for Halloween this year. He's got, don't mind the food on his face. If you know, you know. I think when you first become a mom, like, you're like constantly wiping their face, and then you're finally at some point like, well, I'll get it later, you know. I'll let it accumulate and get it off. Because you don't want to rub him raw either, but I probably will wipe him down. I'm gonna go change his diaper here in a second. Yeah. And we'll wipe his face down, so don't mind that. But anyway, I'm so excited to decorate for Halloween. He's got this Mickey pirate ship thing that I'm gonna put in his room, and I really think he's gonna like it. He was a fresh human the last time that it was Halloween, so I would try to show it to him, but he was like barely conscious. So you were just existing on this plane. You weren't sure what was going on yet. Yeah. So anyway, I hope that you guys have been good. Sorry I've been gone these last like 2-3 weeks. The vacation did not go as I thought it would. I thought I was going to be able to film a bunch, and that's just not what happened. Because of the combination of him not letting me away from him, and also not napping. So that made things a little crazy. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, if you have anything you'd like to see, I do have a few of you guys. Like, there was somebody that was talking about grooming stuff I liked. I can still make another van comparison video. So I think that my opinion has changed since the last one I made. I can't even remember what the last van video I made was. But I can make another van video. I have stuff. We have things we can talk about. But anyway, I'm gonna go change his diaper and feed him. But I hope you guys have been having a fantastic day, whatever day it is that I upload this. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.